There are forces that govern human connection, not written in law, not taught in schools, but present in every interaction you've ever had. Most people stumble through relationships blind to these patterns, wondering why they lose what they chase and attract what they ignore. Today, we strip away the illusion. These are the 5 psychological truths about attraction and energy that separate those who command presence from those who beg for attention. 1. Scarcity creates desire. The human mind does not value what it can possess without effort. It values what it fears losing. This is not romance. This is psychology. This is the architecture of want itself. When something is abundant, the brain labels it common, replaceable, forgettable. But when something becomes rare, every instinct awakens. Suddenly, that which was overlooked becomes irresistible, not because its nature changed, but because its availability did. You see this everywhere. The restaurant you cannot book becomes the one you dream about. The person who doesn't text back becomes the one you think about at 3 in the morning. The opportunity that's closing becomes the one you suddenly need. Scarcity doesn't create value. It reveals where your attention was sleeping. But here's the truth most miss. People apply this principle to objects and never to themselves. They make themselves constantly available, always responding, always present, always eager, and they wonder why they become invisible. You cannot be rare if you are everywhere. You cannot be desired if you are always attainable. This is not manipulation. This is respect for the laws that govern human perception. When you guard your time, your energy, your presence, you do not become cruel. You become selective. And selection is the language of value. The person who gives everything to everyone offers nothing special to anyone. Understand this clearly. People do not miss what they have. They miss what they had. The moment you become a constant, you become a comfort. And comfort, while nice, does not ignite desire. Desire lives in the space between having and wanting, in the tension of almost, in the electricity of uncertainty. Stop being so available that you become furniture in someone's life. Stop giving your presence so freely that it loses its weight. The most attractive people are not the ones trying hardest to be seen. They are the ones comfortable being unseen until the right moment demands their presence. Scarcity is not about playing games. It is about honoring your own worth enough to not hand it out like flyers on a street corner. When you become rare, you force others to recognize what they risk losing. And recognition is the first step toward reverence. The truth, what is always there is never truly valued until it's gone. 2. People mirror your energy unconsciously. You do not need to announce your worth. It radiates from you in frequencies too subtle for words, but too powerful to ignore. Every interaction is an exchange of energy, and people reflect back what you project into the space between you. Walk into a room uncertain, and others will be uncertain about you. Speak with hesitation, and they will hesitate to believe you. Carry yourself like an apology, and they will treat you like something to tolerate. This is not cruelty. This is mirroring. Human beings are wired to match the emotional state of those around them. It's how tribes survived. It's how connection forms. It's why one anxious person can make an entire room tense. But here's what changes everything. You control the frequency. If you enter a space with calm confidence, others will calm in your presence. If you speak with certainty, they will trust your words before they even process them. If you carry yourself with quiet self-assurance, they will assign you significance without knowing why. This is not about arrogance. Arrogance is insecurity wearing a mask. This is about alignment. When your internal state matches your external expression, when there is no gap between who you are and how you move through the world, people feel it. They relax into it. They gravitate toward it. Because authenticity in a world of performance is magnetic. Most people do not realize they are walking contradictions. They say they are confident, while their body language screams doubt. They claim they are happy, while their energy drips with resentment. And others feel the dissonance. It creates friction, distrust, distance. Not because of what is said, but because of what is transmitted beneath the words. You cannot fake energy. You can fake a smile, fake interest, fake enthusiasm. But energy does not lie. It leaks through every micro-expression, every pause, every shift in your stance. And people pick up on it even when they cannot name it. They just know something feels off, or something feels right. This is why the most magnetic people are not the loudest or the most polished. They are the most congruent. Their inside matches their outside. Their confidence is not a performance. Their warmth is not a strategy. Their presence is not manufactured. It simply is. And when you encounter someone like that, you feel safe. You feel drawn. You feel like you've known them longer than you have. So the question becomes, what energy are you asking others to mirror? If you want respect, embody it first. If you want ease, carry it in your chest. If you want depth, stop skimming the surface of your own existence. People will meet you at the level you meet yourself. No higher, no lower. Always equal. Stop waiting for the world to give you permission to feel powerful. You are the permission. Shift your internal state and watch how quickly the external world rearranges itself to match. Energy precedes outcome. Always. The truth? People treat you how you teach them to, and your energy is the first lesson they learn. 3. Availability reduces value. There is a silent contract in every relationship. The more you offer without being asked, the less it is appreciated. This applies to your time, your attention, your affection, your wisdom. Generosity without boundaries does not create gratitude. It creates entitlement. When you are always the one reaching out, always the one making plans, always the one checking in, you train others to stop trying. Not because they are bad people, but because you have removed the need for effort. You have made yourself the path of least resistance. And human nature follows the path of least resistance until something forces it to change. Value is not inherent. It is perceived. And perception is shaped by cost, not money. Cost in effort, cost in time, cost in uncertainty. When something requires nothing to obtain, the mind assigns it no worth. But when something must be earned, pursued, waited for, the mind inflames with importance. You see this in every corner of life. The friend who only calls you when they need something. The partner who stopped trying once they felt secure. The opportunity you ignored until it was no longer yours. Availability erodes mystery. And without mystery, there is no chase. Without chase, there is no desire. Without desire, there is only indifference masquerading as comfort. This is not about withholding love or being cold. This is about understanding that love without respect is exhausting, and respect only exists where boundaries exist. When you say yes to everything, your yes becomes meaningless. When you are always there, your presence stops registering. You become background noise in someone's life, filling space but not capturing attention. The most tragic pattern is the person who gives everything, expecting that their devotion will inspire equal devotion in return. But it does not work that way. The more you give without reciprocity, the more the other person assumes they do not need to give back. They grow comfortable, then complacent, then entitled. And you grow resentful, wondering why your generosity is met with apathy. Here is the shift. Stop rewarding low effort with high investment. Stop being available to those who only seek you out of convenience. Stop offering your best to people who treat you like an option, not out of spite, out of self-preservation. Because every time you say yes when you should say no, you teach others that your time has no cost, that your energy is limitless, that you will always be there, so there is no urgency to value you now. The people who respect you most are the people who had to work to earn your time. The relationships that last are the ones where both people understand that presence is a gift, not a given. Attraction does not thrive in certainty. It thrives in the space where effort meets reward, where investment feels worthwhile because the outcome is not guaranteed. Make yourself less available and watch who rises to meet you. Watch who actually puts in effort when effort is required. The ones who disappear were never yours to begin with. The ones who stay, who pursue, who value the access they have to you, those are the ones worth your energy. The truth: when you are everywhere, you are nowhere that matters. 4. Mystery triggers obsession. The human brain is a prediction machine. It constantly seeks patterns, explanations, closure. It craves certainty because certainty equals safety. But certainty also equals boredom, and boredom is the silent killer of attraction. When someone is an open book, when every thought is spoken, every feeling expressed, every layer revealed in the first conversation, the brain completes its scan. It categorizes, it files, it moves on. There is no tension, no curiosity, no reason to return. Mystery, however, does the opposite. It creates a gap between what is known and what is unknown, and the mind cannot resist filling that gap. This is why you think about the person who said less, not more. Why the conversation that left you with questions lingers longer than the one that answered everything. Why the people who reveal themselves slowly hold your attention, while those who overshare fade into noise. The brain is drawn to incompleteness. It obsesses over puzzles. It needs to solve what it does not understand. But most people fear mystery. They fear being misunderstood, so they over-explain. They fear rejection, so they reveal everything too soon, hoping that transparency will create trust. But transparency without timing creates exposure, and exposure without intrigue creates disinterest. The most captivating people are not withholding. They are selective. They understand that not every thought needs to be voiced. Not every story needs to be told in the first sitting. Not every emotion needs to be performed. They let others discover them in layers, and each layer revealed feels like a reward, not a requirement. This does not mean being fake or manipulative. This means understanding that depth is earned, not given. That intimacy is a journey, not a destination you rush toward. The person who hands you their entire soul in the first conversation has nothing left to offer by the third. But the person who lets you peel back one layer at a time keeps you coming back, wanting to see what lies beneath. Mystery is not about hiding who you are. It is about revealing who you are at a pace that allows the other person to stay curious, to wonder, to imagine. Imagination is more powerful than reality. When someone does not know everything about you, they fill in the blanks with their own projections. And those projections are always more favorable than the truth, because they are customized to what that person desires. Here is the danger most people fall into. They think connection requires total disclosure. So they dump every insecurity, every past wound, every fear and hope onto someone who barely knows them, and they call it vulnerability. But vulnerability without context is burden, and burden without relationship is weight no one asked to carry. Give people space to be curious about you. Let silence do the work words cannot. Let your presence ask questions instead of answering them. When you speak less, your words carry more weight. When you reveal less, what you do reveal becomes significant. The person who is always available, always sharing, always performing, becomes forgettable. The person who exists in the margins, who appears and disappears with intention, becomes unforgettable. Obsession is not born from knowing everything. It is born from needing to know more, from the ache of almost understanding but not quite, from the tension between proximity and distance. If you want to stay in someone's mind, do not give them your entire story. Give them a chapter. Let them hunger for the next one. The truth: what is fully known is never deeply desired. 5. You attract what you believe you deserve. This is the truth that undoes most people. Not what they say they want, not what they claim to deserve, but what they believe in the silent hours when no one is watching, they are worth. That belief is a frequency, and it broadcasts constantly. You can say you want a relationship built on respect, but if you stay with someone who disrespects you, your belief speaks louder than your words. You can say you deserve success, but if you sabotage every opportunity, your belief is writing the script. The universe does not respond to your hopes. It responds to your conviction. And conviction is demonstrated through action, through choice, through the standards you refuse to compromise. Most people do not recognize their own patterns. They wonder why they keep attracting the same type of person, the same type of situation, the same type of pain. But it is not randomness. It is resonance. You do not attract what you want. You attract what you are, or more precisely, what you believe yourself to be at the deepest level. If you believe you are not enough, you will accept treatment that confirms it. If you believe love is conditional, you will chase people who make you earn it. If you believe you must settle, you will reject anything that asks you to rise. Your subconscious is not trying to hurt you. It is trying to keep you consistent with your self-concept, even if that self-concept is destroying you. This is why affirmations without belief are useless. You can repeat, "I am worthy" 1,000 times, but if your actions say, "I will tolerate anything to avoid being alone," your actions win. Belief is not what you think. It is what you do when no one is forcing you to choose differently. It is the partner you return to despite the red flags, the job you stay in despite the misery, the friendship you maintain despite the imbalance. Your standards are not what you say you require. They are what you accept when tested. And life will test you, repeatedly. It will send you people who offer you less than you deserve to see if you have learned your worth yet. It will present you with easy roads and hard roads to see which one your belief system pulls you toward. Every choice is a vote for the identity you are becoming. Here is the shift. Stop negotiating with your own worth. Stop convincing yourself that lowering your standards is flexibility. Stop accepting crumbs and calling it gratitude. The person who believes they deserve abundance does not entertain scarcity. The person who believes they deserve respect does not tolerate disrespect, no matter how charming the delivery. You teach people how to treat you not through what you say, but through what you allow. And what you allow is a direct reflection of what you believe you deserve. If you tolerate mediocrity, you will receive mediocrity. If you tolerate betrayal, you will be betrayed. If you tolerate neglect, you will be neglected, not as punishment, as alignment. You are giving permission with your presence. This is not about being perfect. This is about being honest. Honest about the gap between who you say you are and who you are choosing to be. Honest about the fact that every relationship in your life is a mirror. The person who drains you is showing you where you are abandoning yourself. The person who disrespects you is showing you where you disrespect yourself. The person who cannot commit is showing you where you refuse to commit to your own standards. Change your belief, and you change your frequency. Change your frequency, and you change what you attract. Not instantly, not magically, but inevitably. Because when you begin to move through the world as someone who expects quality, you stop settling for convenience. When you carry yourself as someone who is already whole, you stop seeking completion in others. When you operate from worth instead of fear, you stop accepting relationships that require you to shrink. You attract what you believe you deserve, not what you wish for, not what you perform for, what you genuinely, deeply, quietly believe in the core of who you are. So the question is not what do you want? The question is, what do you believe you are worth? And is your life reflecting that or contradicting it? The truth, your relationships are not random. They are mirrors of the relationship you have with yourself. Attraction is not an accident. It is a language. And most people never learn to speak it because they are too busy shouting their needs into the void, wondering why no one responds. But the ones who understand, they move differently. They do not chase. They draw. They do not beg. They choose. They do not perform. They exist. And in that existence, they become undeniable. You now know the 5 truths. What you do with them determines whether you remain a victim of patterns or become the architect of your reality. Scarcity, energy, availability, mystery, belief. These are not tricks. They are principles. And principles, when honored, change everything. Stop being the person who gives everything and wonders why nothing is given back. Start being the person who knows their worth and lets the world rise to meet it. The shift is not loud. It is quiet, but its impact is seismic. You attract what you believe you deserve, so believe better and watch how quickly everything else follows.
Stars up in the sky, they used to shine so bright. Now they're just a reminder.